I'll be finished with it before the podcast starts. Oh, Lord. RV life ain't cute.
We're looking rough. We're looking rough.
Lord. I look grainy on the prairie. This is so bad.
Oof. Oof.
Let's blame it on the RV lighting and the humidity here. Y'all would not believe how the weather in Corpus Christi.
Hello, Abe.
It's been overcast. There's been fog all day.
Hello, Albert.
What
Hello, Andrew.
a mess.
Hello, Paula.
Alan said I can't have any more than a half a cup of wine because I'll talk too much.
Yes. Hello, Edison Al.
That's better.
Hello, Sam I am.
Oh, no.
Hello, Tina.
This is awful. This is not
Sarah,
a good angle.
From Turks and Caicos. Hello, Army 63.
Are you in Turks and Caicos?
Sarah is. Hello.
You're in Turks and Caicos now?
Monica. Yep.
So I had, okay, I'm going to say this
Hello,
now.
Rita.
I had Kybella, so I'm all puffy.
Hello, Kara.
But this is also a terrible angle.
Hector Wasabi.
Oh, God.
Hello,
and now
Andrew.
it's only letting me have half.
Hello,
glass.
Casey. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Stronger and Wiser. Brooksio. Hello, Tommy Jean. Hello,
Hey, Tommy
Kim
Jean.
Wright. Rita. Hello, Caroline Baez. Hello, Bethany.
Ooh, kind of chilly.
Sam I am. I am Sam. Can we do Dr. Seuss on here?
Yeah.
That's Sam I am. That's Sam I am. I really like that Sam I am. Hello, Anna Lou. You made it, Sam. We've got a small but dedicated crew
They
here
might not
tonight.
even know we were going to do it tonight. Right?
That's okay, Michael. Yeah. RV life is the life for me. Hello, Christy.
We'll see.
Hello, Kara. Hello, Danny. Who are we missing? Everybody filing in, taking their seats. The RV edition of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Hello, Vicky.
Do you have any questions y'all would like addressed during the podcast tonight?
We will address all
This is your
questions.
chance to put them in the chat because Alan you cannot be reading the chat room while we're doing the podcast because then you won't be listening to me.
Oh, I will read the chat room.
You won't
Hello,
listen to
Bruno.
me if y'all do that. Y'all, this is so bad. The results are supposed to be worth it. It is looking better though than it was.
It's better than it was.
Y'all. Ooh. Yeah, everybody's been so kind not to say anything.
Hello, Evangelina. Hey, guys.
I still haven't got all the feeling back.
Edison Al, I have showered 3 times. 3 times.
That's a gang signal.
That's East Coast. Kelly, 0 times. I am clean. I smell
clean,
good.
And I smell fine. I've been using body wipes. A lot of them.
Hello, Terry Mabe.
I might shower tonight.
Hello,
I might not,
Brooksy.
though.
I
I might wait and shower in the morning.
I think you should.
I think I might shower in the morning. I don't feel like I want to tonight.
I mean, really, I don't.
I don't smell.
No, I can't smell you.
I've been using like so many body wipes. We'll talk about that on the podcast, I'm sure.
How's the light? I mean, I know we've got. Hey, there you go. Look at that.
Better?
Whoa. You like that better?
I don't care.
How can y'all see us? Can you see us okay? Hello, Angie.
You ready to get started? Somebody across the ways looks like they're doing a little bonfire.
Hello, Drew.
It's so dreary. It's so like there's been a fog all day at our campsite. It's very foggy. So we went out today. We won't talk about that, about how dreary. I mean, it's kind of cold.
It's not cold.
It's kind of chilly.
You want all the windows and doors open.
I know. I need airflow. I need airflow. I can't stand there not to be. If there's like stagnant air, I cannot stand it. I have to have flow. I'm very delicate.
Very delicate. Hello, Katie Kreller. Hello, Judy. Hello, Julie. Julie's Overalls is here. All right, guys.
Julie's overalls or Kellie's overalls?
I says Julie's Overalls.
I thought maybe she changed her name.
That's what it is. It's Julie's Overalls.
She changed it to Julie's Overalls?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Or you did?
No.
I don't see any overalls.
Julie H.
She's still Kellie overalls.
No, it's Julie's Overalls.
She said Kellie's.
It's Julie's
It's
Overalls.
always Kellie's.
Well, I disagree.
She was Kellie's overalls before you came in the picture.
Wow. That's a clap.
Almost out of wine, but that's okay.
Well,
Ellen said I'll talk too much.
yes. Okay, give me a little something.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Is that okay? We're on the road, so we're hoping for good quality podcasting.
Betty Humpter, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Betty Humpter, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Betty Humpter, give me one, man.
I've already given you all of them. Hey, test 1 2 2 2 1. Me. Hello.
Betty Humpter. All right, I think I got
You
it.
ready?
I think so.
All right.
Well, hold on. I got to hit record.
I didn't know that.
Got a seat.
Everything is discombobulated.
Oh, I got a seatbelt up my ass. Gee, Minetti. I'm on this little 1-inch cushion on this
I would have
thing.
sat on the other side. You said we have to sit next to each other.
We do. This is how we do it.
Well, then quit complaining.
I'll complain. You haven't seen complaining. All right, you ready? There, hold on. There's a Harley pulling up.
Oh, here, it gives the ambiance. Come on. They're probably camping at one of the temp sites. Nope, they're right beside of us. Turn around.
There's a Harley pulling up right next to us.
Is that a new camper setting up camp right next to us? There's literally a Harley that just pulled up next to us.
It may be. It may be
They may be here to go lock the front door.
No, they're pulling up right now. There's
Oh man, they're gonna be set up camp right next to us. Should we just at least shut that door? Should we at least shut that door? Seriously, y'all, they're pulling up in the spot right next to us. I bet he's about to turn off his Harley. Y'all can't hear it though, can you?
No, I mean the motorcycle's fine. Hold on, guys. We got activity. We got activity at the campsite. Hold on. I see a truck. I see headlights.
Yeah. So it's a truck pulling in a. Okay, they've turned off the. This is going to be weird.
Whoa.
We need to shut the door, honey.
Yeah, they're pulling in. They're pulling in right next to us. Okay. Yeah. Here, I'll shut the door.
And lock that front door too, please. My purse is locked. My purse is sitting right there.
What do you think they're going to do? Jump in
I don't
here
know.
during the
You never-
podcast?
Well, you never know. Good. My purse is sitting right there.
Babe. They can tell we're amateurs because our RV says 1-800-RENT-ME on it.
They have a big truck pulling a big trailer, a big RV, and a Harley. So they live the life. We're fakers. Well, I won't say hey. Maybe you will. All right, here we go. This will be better. This will be better because they're going to be sitting right there outside the door, setting up camp while we're trying to do a podcast. That'd be weird.
Airflow.
Yeah, leave the window open. Yeah, and the one above the sink is open too.
That's a piece of shit.
I think there's a lock thing at the top. No, at the I had to pull it up past a certain point.
Oh yeah, those are a pain in the ass.
Well, that one above the sink is already open.
Oh okay.
See that little hitch?
Hold on, let me do this. Exciting stuff, guys.
Just in a minute. There are literally 80 open campsite spots in this park. Maybe, honey, I think they moved away. He might have parked at the wrong one. Did they move?
I don't know. The motorcycle's still out there.
Huh.
There we go. We got some airflow here now.
We're going to start in a second. Thanks for hanging in.
Okay.
Now?
Yeah, it's recording.
Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin', the podcast, the On the Road RV edition. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans. This is by my RV loving husband, Alan Evans.
Hey, Trey! In the house. In the RV.
Why are you being so quiet all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know. I'm out of my element.
He's self-conscious because literally right when we're getting ready to record the podcast, there are about 80 empty lights here.
Oh.
And to us is where somebody just pulled in and is starting to set up camp.
And there's a woman right outside of our RV. She has her arms crossed.
Well, she's looking for her husband.
And she's kind of walking around.
Yeah, because here comes your husband again. I guess he needed he went in the wrong way, so he's coming back. When you park an RV, we've learned it's about angles and directions. You have to be coming in the right direction to make it work. So apparently he came in the wrong direction and now he's trying again. So we're going to do the podcast while somebody's getting set up next to us, which is kind of awkward because I know they can hear us.
No,
maybe they're
fans.
Think
so.
Maybe our podcast family, and unbeknownst to us.
Because let's paint a visual picture. We're in a 25-foot RV podcasting from the kitchen table. We have all the lights on in this place. It's dark outside.
Very
it's
dark.
Foggy outside.
Yes, it's an overcast Corpus Christi, Texas.
Yes, but we can hear the crashing of the waves.
Yes.
In the Gulf of Mexico.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. We're living that RV life.
We're living that RV life.
Hashtag
RV life is the best life.
That's one of the hashtags. There's many to be found online. I typically use RV life. But Alan and I have been RVing now since, let's see, today's Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days. And the biggest question I keep getting is, have I showered yet? The answer to that would be no.
So Kellie, 0. A-Train, 3.
Yes. And the day's not, well, you took one this morning.
Yeah, I've taken 3 showers.
So as Alan showers in the RV shower, I break out the body wipes and I go to town, top to bottom, literally. I am lots of body wipes happening. So I use deodorant, I use perfume, I use dry shampoo in my hair. I still feel relatively fresh.
Do you?
But I do. But I told Alan.
Are you getting in all the folds?
You don't know. When you're in that shower, I'm going to town. I'm telling you.
You're getting all the things.
It's like I'm washing myself minus soap and water. I'm just using these body wipes.
Come on. But does that clean as well as a hot shower?
I'm just telling you, that's what I've been. Because I really don't want to take a shower in the RV, but I think I'm going to have to, because it's that or going to the campsite shower, which is fine. It's a very clean establishment. The showers where we stayed in Fredericksburg, super clean, nice too. Because RV people, they're like, hey, we have to keep using these RV sites across the country. We keep them clean for each other, right? It's my paranoia about it. But I'm going to break down and I'm going to shower probably tomorrow.
I think you'd be fine either place.
And that'll be the one and only I take.
Like I was telling Kellie, the nice RV parks that want customers to keep coming back have really nice bathrooms.
Yeah.
They're really big, really clean.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have the no number 2 rule on our RV. Let's be real.
Yes.
Even this guy doesn't.
And this is the one time in my life.
I don't dookie on the RV.
Oh, don't say that. That's so gross.
Say what?
Number 2.
What's wrong with dookie?
Just say number 2, Alan. Don't be gross. But this is the one time that, like, I'm really grateful that I battle chronic constipation because I don't really ever have to go. So this is good. Alan is now going to be completely distracted from the podcast because the people next to us are backing in.
They're back in this, and this is a big trailer, guys. It's probably, well, that's the story of my life, but this is I don't know, maybe a 30-foot trailer
attached to a truck.
Attached to a big
And so
truck.
The wife's behind, it's dark and here, and she's trying to instruct men. So Alan's going to be mesmerized. So just listen talking while Alan's watching.
I'm all good.
So let's tell about our RV adventure. Why, first of all, why?
What do you mean why?
Why are we here? Why are we RVing?
Well, I mean, I went on my first RV trip last year, almost exactly a year ago, right before the Rona, and went with my mom and dad.
Fact, everything started to shut down while you were on the trip. When you came back, everything shut down.
Went with my mom and dad, went with my 2 boys, and we went all the way down, let's see, through Abilene, through Midland, all the way down to Alpine and then to the Big Bend National Park at the very bottom kind of that little part of Texas that swings down into Mexico. And then we went up to Carlsbad and then over back to where we live. And I had so much fun. I thought, hey, let's do this again. This year we don't have the kids though, because they're with their other parents for spring break. So let's just me and Kellie go on a trip. And she agreed.
I did.
And I think everyone wants to know your initial thoughts. Just we've been a few places. Why don't you tell everybody just kind of when I first pulled it out in the front of the house and we're loading up, what are you thinking?
Well, you were exceptionally giddy.
I've giggled like a schoolgirl.
Giggling.
Yes.
But Alan has really put this RV trip on his back.
Oh.
Basically.
On my big brawny shoulders.
Yeah, because I had to work Friday morning on the Kid Craddock morning show. Nationally syndicated. Pick up that dime I just dropped. So Alan was really responsible for loading up the RV with, all the supplies. So I kind of laid out the food and stuff, and he got it all on here. He said, Kellie, all you have to do is get towels and washcloths and bedding. That was my job, right?
Yes.
So I did that.
You were in charge of the bed linens.
Yes. And so I
in the labor room
on the rubber sheets.
And you're not the patient. You're the dad.
So small, you cannot imagine how small of space I take up. So the two of us big people are able to sleep in a double-sized bed and room left over. So I got this egg crate mattress for our son Cole. Really, so if you do an RV trip, invest in one of those mattresses. It's worth it. I mean, you can get them for less than $100.
The bed's been fine.
The bed's been absolutely
fine. The bed has
been
the least of our concerns.
Actually,
we haven't had anything. I mean, I don't want to speak for you. This is your first trip, but nothing to me has been a disaster. We've had a couple of snafus.
Minor disasters. They forgot to pack a water hose for us, and you have to have a water hose to attach to the park's water so you can refill your water tank to take showers, wash dishes, and things like that. You don't drink that water. You bring your own drinking water. And then for the slinky, what is it?
Stinky
slinky. The attachment where you put it to the place where you dump out all the waste was missing. So
I had to duct tape it.
So you used duct tape. But Alan got it to work. And the only other snafu, we forgot to bring a cutting board. Yeah. So I went to Walmart and bought one for 88 cents. Not a big deal.
What else did we forget? Can opener.
The can opener we brought.
Oh, we brought one, but it's
broken.
It's a
piece of crap. So we got to go buy it. But Alan thankfully had one of his Swiss Army knife kind of things.
Well, it'd be a Leatherman.
A Leatherman knife.
There's a big difference.
Well, there you go. I don't know. But you used it to open a can of corn, which was really
sexy. It was the
sexy.
old school. I opened the little can opener and then did the ticka all the way around the can.
Yeah, you did that.
Yeah.
So I mean, all the little minor things. We've been able to rectify them because like I told Alan, no matter what we forget, we can always go to Walmart and buy it or Target or a grocery store. It's not like we were going to some foreign country where we didn't have the currency or speak the language.
No.
So that wasn't really a concern of mine.
We weren't in Arkansas or South Carolina.
Alan. So anyway, I mean, it's really been fine. I guess my biggest hang up has just been, using the shower, but I'll get over that because I'm gonna have to do it.
You're gonna have to get over it
at least once.
I'm gonna push you in there.
But I don't stink. You told everybody I
don't.
No,
yeah, you really don't. I mean, at least I haven't smelled it. Now we've had the windows and the doors open the whole time.
Yes, I have to have a breeze. I have to have airflow. I don't understand people can be in a room with no airflow. It just makes me start to suffocate. So I have to have that going all the time. But it's so humid here. So now all of our stuff's kind of damp.
I mean, Kellie has so much airflow going through here, guys. I mean, papers are blowing off our table. And the papers, since we're by the coast, the papers are kind of soggy,
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got definitely have the humidity going in here.
But we, one thing that we did not have to worry about because Alan tried, he's the one that's trying to eat a lot healthier and I need to learn from him.
Not really doing it on this trip too much.
We can't pack every single appliance. Alan likes to drink a smoothie. And because, when you're not getting all your vegetables and fruits, by eating them, sometimes drinking them is the smarter thing to do. We don't have room for a blender. And like I said, I forgot the cutting board and to buy all the fruits and vegetables you need, there really wouldn't be room on the RV for us. So that's why we are really appreciative that we have Kenco.
Kenco.
Yes, because Kenco makes seriously nutritious smoothies for seriously busy people who happen to also be on an RV trip and don't have room for all this stuff. Expensive store-bought smoothies or sugar-packed calorie bombs and fresh pressed juices have way less fiber. And how are we going to find all these things when we're on the road? So Kenco's breakfast smoothies, which we're easy to pack, they are only made from organic whole fruits and vegetables, flash frozen, slow dried, locking in all the fiber and nutrients, nothing added, no fiber taken out. And Kenco smoothies are so easy. Like I said, you don't need a blender or a juicer. You don't even really need a kitchen. So you could be in a tent on your, camping trip and you could do this. You just pour the Kenco packet into water, or you could use your favorite milk, maybe almond milk or 2%, whatever you like, shake it up and you just take on the day.
I like doing mine with almond milk.
Yeah. So go to kenco.com. You take their quick nutrition quiz and fill your flexible monthly order with your choice of 15 functional flavors that match your goals and your taste. Each Kenco smoothie costs less than $3. It packs half the daily fruits and vegetables you need to reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and some cancers. I know you love that the purples flavor one.
It's delicious. How about servings of blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, cranberries, every kind of berry you'd want, dates, strawberries, and banana.
Is that your new favorite?
It's absolutely delicious.
Yes.
Yeah. So start creating healthy habits right now. Go to kenco.com/sandwich. Pick out your flexible monthly plan, and the first 100 listeners will get 25% off your first order. That's kenco.com/sandwich and get 25% off, but only if you're one of the first 100. You love this show, and we love you. So get this special deal, 25% off for the first 100 listeners at kenco.com/sandwich.
Thank you, honey.
We love Kenco.
So let's start at the beginning. We packed up. We hit the road a little earlier than we thought, like 30 minutes earlier than our target, time to leave.
I wanted to leave the DFW area no later than 5 p.m.
And we pulled out about 4:40.
Yeah.
So that's still good for us.
Yeah.
But knowing, because it hadn't, time change hadn't happened yet. It wouldn't happen until Saturday night going into Sunday. This was Friday. We knew we would be getting to Fredericksburg. That was our goal to stop for the first night. Fredericksburg, if you're not familiar, is known for its quaint little main street with wine tasting rooms and little shops, but also the wineries that are scattered around the town. They have a thing where you can get on a bus and the bus will take you and drop you off. They just circle all day to all the wineries, or you can hire a private car, different ways to do it. A lot of bachelorette parties there for, maybe like a lower key bachelorette party where you can just rent one of those little Verbos, they're calling them now. They have cabins.
It's not VRBO anymore.
It's Verbo.
It's Verbo.
Verbo. And cottages, and they have hot tubs and things like that. So you can do a really nice bachelorette, a birthday party, girls' weekend, things like that. I tell you what, so many Sandwich and Some Lovers podcast family members.
Well represented in Fredericksburg.
It was really cool.
Oh, well represented in Fredericksburg.
So on the way to Fredericksburg, Alan's like, well, we're about half a tank. I need to stretch my legs. Let's stop in Hico, Texas.
Yep, got some gas. And then as we were leaving the gas station, we went about not even a couple of miles.
Not even, yeah.
And then traffic was backed up. This is a little 2-lane highway, guys. I mean,
Alan had to slam on the brakes
because the traffic was, it was stopped in the road, and the speed limit on that highway is 60 or 65. But it's dark, so I had to run that highway is 60 or 65. So I could see the taillights, but it's dark, so I had to really put on the brakes to stop the RV. Thankfully, I was afraid of somebody hitting us from behind because I was fine in front of me.
Yeah.
But anyhow, there were maybe 20 cars in front of us? 10, 15 cars.
Yeah.
And we couldn't tell what was going on. And we just
saw
sat
flashing
there.
Lights.
Yeah, just sat there. And then finally a fireman started walking up the line of cars and talking to each car
one
by one, and you could see they would turn around, and we're thinking, oh, okay, they had to shut the road down
because it's only, like you said, it's 2 Lane Street,
Yeah.
one way, you know, that was it.
And
And
then
we couldn't tell it was over a bridge that was ahead of us.
Yeah. But then he came to us, and I said, hey, what's going on up there? And he had this really kind of grim look on his face, and he said there was a head-on collision up there on the bridge, and he said it's not good. We're having to care flight some people out of here, and we got to get helicopters here. And he said it's going to be shut down for hours. And he added, and I saw there were some like colored pencils and stuff. So
kids involved.
Yeah, he said this isn't good. So you guys just turn around, and the fire trucks will divert you onto these little dirt roads, basically,
that were not meant for RVs.
No. So
y'all, I was white knuckling it. It was scary. But Alan, thank God, was driving, because if it was me, I don't know. It was scary.
Yeah.
That road was scary because it wasn't meant for It was like just this little
it was
back road.
It was a dirt road. It was
covered in rocks.
Literally a dirt road, and there were no lights.
No lights.
And it was really dark.
And it wasn't paved. It was dirt. And so there was all these people trying, because we've all been sitting in traffic, and they're dust storm. You couldn't see.
Yeah, all the cars in front of us were scary. Were shooting up dust. But anyway, we got around the wreck, fortunately, and we've heard that there were no fatalities in that wreck.
Yeah, some of our listeners, thankfully, because I went on Instagram, I was so upset by it. I couldn't shake it. And so I was like, I really couldn't shake it. So I went on and I was like, y'all, please pray for these people. We don't know what's air flight. All this. I couldn't find anything, but of course I'm on my phone. Some of them were care flighted to Fort Worth, but that's probably where it would be, because I knew Cook's Children has a helicopter. But yeah, so as far as we know, everybody survived. So that was such a blessing.
Yeah.
But that put us behind getting into Fredericksburg. So it was pitch black.
It was about 10:30 when we got to Fredericksburg, and we stayed at a RV park called Vineyards RV Park. Hashtag not an ad, but I had made a reservation for 2 nights, about a week ago. And it's really the only place I could find.
Yeah.
Like, all the parks around Fredericksburg were booked except this one.
Spring break week.
Yeah. And there were only a few spots available. And just imagine, this is a huge RV park. It's 20 acres. So just 20 acres, as far as you can see, there are RVs parked out there. And all of them seemed like a lot of them were bigger than ours.
All of them were bigger than ours.
Like really nice.
Kind of nervous just thinking about it. I said, let's just go enjoy Main Street, because they have tasting rooms on Main Street. And so that's what we did. And I think, I'm speaking for both of us, I think we had a wonderful time.
Been with some friends a couple of years ago, and she said some good things about it, but I didn't really know much about it. It was so cool. I thought it was a very cool place to go and walk around and hang out. I mean,
it was packed because, spring breakers.
Oh my gosh, it was packed.
It was good.
But we enjoy kind of browsing around and looking at knickknacks and stuff. So they had several antique shops, and it was fun browsing the antique shops. Like Kelly said, wine tasting rooms. They had a lot of souvenir shops and things like that, but a lot of nice restaurants.
Alan, like, you could go in some of the stores and they just give you free beer, because I know a lot of these husbands are just tagging along.
And they just
women can drink the beer too, but
they have a cooler on the floor, and you just reach in there and grab you a Lone Star.
That's it, yeah.
And then other restaurants would have free popcorn. I mean, it was I don't know, it was really nice.
You like
really
free.
Cool. Yeah, I like free.
So we stopped at the one winery that was all Texas grown grapes and stuff. So we had a glass of wine there, and then we walked a little further down and stopped at another place. And I had a Bloody Maria at a place called the Pioneer. Was it Pontotoc? What was the name of the first winery we went to? It's
Something
on our
like
Instagrams.
Yeah.
If you want to follow us.
We're posting everything.
Yeah, everything's on Instagram. Pontotoc or something was the name of the first winery. And then the next one was the Pioneer Bar, and the best Bloody Maria. Now, I can't drink Bloody Marys. I can't drink but about 3 or 4 sips, and I can't drink anymore. But something about the tequila and a Bloody Maria, I can down it. And it was so good. And they put that spicy, my mouth's watering thinking about it, around the rim. That was so good. And you had what'd you have it there? You had a old fashioned.
I had an old fashioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my drinking on day one consisted of a glass of wine was the first place.
At the winery.
The second place,
free beer.
I had a free beer. The third place, I had an old fashioned.
Yeah.
And then the last place.
Yeah, we did some other stops between then. We didn't just go drink.
And then the last place where we had like a really late lunch.
Tequila and the Bloody Maria and martini. of course, I had to have my slightly dirty martini. And I had a little wedge salad.
Yes.
And you had oysters on the half shell.
And that's why when I came home, I told Kellie when we came home, we drove our home back and parked.
Yeah, we
the RV.
listen. We didn't drink back to back to back. We were not drunk. This
No,
was all day.
This was like all day.
Like spaced out from like 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. Three drinks over that time. So, but
we were so, I guess, sleepy from the whole day. You know, when I got back, I told Kellie, I said, yeah, I'll start cooking out here in a minute. And then we both laid in bed. And we're laying there. We laid there for about an hour.
Yeah, you were going to grill steaks.
I was going to grill steaks the first night. And then I told Kellie, I said, you know, I think I'm just going to make ramen and rice tonight. And then I laid back down for an hour. And then I looked at my watch and it was already 9 or 10.
Like, we're not going to do anything
We just lay in our clothes.
We went to bed in our clothes.
That's how bushed we were the first day.
We slept so hard and so good because it just wore us out. So the next day we finally woke up, time changed. So we sprung forward. We lost an hour of sleep, but thankfully we went to bed so early. It didn't matter.
Right.
And then we hit the road. Now we were going to go to Corpus Christi, but we decided let's swing through. I'd never been to the San Marcos outlets that are just outside of San Antonio. So Alan made a special detour to go to the outlets. And immediately we start to pull up and I see the traffic backed up forever. And I started to have an anxiety attack.
Kellie started having a hot flash.
I said, I can't do this. This is not going to work.
You literally panicked.
I was like, where are we going to park the RV? I said, just forget it.
Yeah.
I said, we've got outlets near where we live. They got the Allen outlets. I'm sure it's the same thing. Alan's like, no, we came out of our way.
Yeah.
We're going to stop.
I drove an hour out of the way to San Marcos. You're going to look in the outlets and you're going to enjoy it.
Unbelievable how many people were there. But apparently, hashtag we ain't being paid for none of this. So we can say what we thought. Apparently, there's the upscale outlet and then there's the regular folk outlet, right? In like one side of the street was more high-end stores.
That's what it appeared to be to me.
It seemed like one side of the street was the high-end
because on one side you got Gucci and Burberry.
Yes.
On the other side you got
Loft, like the Loft outlet
and Kirkland's
and stuff like that. Normal. I mean, nothing.
No, there's
nothing wrong with that. I'm
Kirkland's.
just saying it's like Reebok and stuff like that. The other side was like the bougie, and so we went the side where we were most comfortable. But I was like about 30. Just like, I've had enough. We've got to go. So that was it.
No. Because we went to Luckenbach.
Oh, I forgot about Luckenbach. We went to Luckenbach for San Marcos.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, honey. Tell them about Luckenbach. I'm sorry. I completely forgot.
Was that before?
That was before San Marcos.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you skipped the whole Luckenbach
I did. I
thing.
Completely skipped Luckenbach. I'm sorry.
No, so I told Kellie, I said, okay, look, right outside of Fredericksburg is this little place called Luckenbach. And the only reason I've ever heard of Luckenbach.
Anybody has heard of it.
Right, because I like Waylon Jennings and he's got a song called Luckenbach, Texas. So I'm like, we've got to go visit this place. I heard it's really cool. You know,
Population 3.
So it was only 7-10 miles, something like that, outside of Fredericksburg.
Mm-hmm.
And we go we're kind of winding through the hill country. It's real curvy, up, down. And then we start seeing a sign for Luckenbach and we pull in and there's just this gravel parking lot and it just looked like a ghost town. But I mean, there are a lot of people there.
But only like 3 buildings.
Yeah, but the buildings were from the 1800s.
Yeah, they have like the original, what was a post office there,
mm-hmm.
and a saloon in the back with a potbelly stove. And they have an outdoor venue for concerts. They have an indoor venue, but it's not big at all. A lot of motorcyclists pass through there, it looks like.
There are a bunch of bikers there, yeah.
It's just a little tourist place. And we ate lunch there and just kind of walked around. It was cool. But
very rustic.
But Alan looked into, the guy that Hondo, that is the one that bought it. They were like for $30,000 because it's literally just a few buildings and a plot of land.
In 1971,
just a plot of land. He passed away before the song came out.
Yeah.
So he never saw what it became. And the lady behind the counter told us, that $30,000 investment is now like a multi-million-dollar operation just because of the tourist traffic that comes through
all
there.
The merchandise they sell and
Alan did some more research on it, and you found out some interesting stuff about Luckenbach.
Yeah, so apparently Willie Nelson did a picnic there for a few years in the 90s.
After the song came out.
After the song came out. This would have been much after the song came out, because the song came out in 1974. And it gathered okay crowds, but then it just kind of petered out. And then I also read that Waylon Jennings never liked the song Lukenbach because it wasn't even about Lukenbach.
Because people misinterpreted it.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with Lukenbach, which is the reason he didn't even like the song.
He's like, let's just go back from it. We're getting tied up with all the trappings of life. Let's go back to the simpler things in our relationship. Yeah, it wasn't about Lukenbach.
It wasn't about Lukenbach.
Because there was really no Lukenbach, Texas.
Right.
It's literally 3 buildings on a square, like a corner of land.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway,
I thought that was interesting.
But the guy that, and you said his wife actually bought it for him, Hondo.
That's what I read. I looked on Wikipedia.
Yeah, Wikipedia. Who knows how much of that's legit? But she actually bought it, but let her husband take all the glory, because isn't that how the way it works, ladies? You know.
Cocky show stealer he was.
That's right. Hondo was a
cocky show stealer.
He was the original cocky show stealer.
Cocky show stealer.
But, we got the t-shirts because I wanted a t-shirt from Lukenbach, Texas.
I got me a t-shirt.
And we even got a little Christmas ornament.
A Christmas ornament?
Because that marks our RV trip too,
Yeah, it's a really nice one. It's the post office, right?
Yeah, the post office. So it was cool. And so many bikers there. And I'll tell you, everybody's just so nice. Everybody's been so nice.
RV people, the nicest people.
Well, the motorcycle people too.
Yeah.
Motorcycle people are very nice.
But you know how people
are afraid of them, but they're nice.
When we're because they have lots of tattoos. You know how when we're on a walk with the dogs and you wave to somebody and they don't wave back at you?
Yeah, I don't like
you know how defeated you are?
Me, yes.
Have you seen one person at an RV park that has not actively tried to engage with you and wave to you?
It's heaven. It's heaven to me.
That's what they do.
That's what I'm like. I don't understand when you go on a walk in your neighborhood and two people are getting ready to cross paths and they will stare at the ground as hard as they can. And all they have to do is just make quick eye contact, nod. I mean, that's not that hard. I don't understand why that's so hard to do. And it hurts my feelings. It makes me a little bit upset.
Not in the RV world.
Not in the RV world. Maybe the RV life is for me, honey.
RV life. Oh, wow. Broken here on a Samson and Lovin.
Don't act like that. We've been talking. I was like, Alan,
listen to this.
Listen. Yeah. I said, if we did this, if we did this, we need to have a few more accoutrements.
What accoutrements?
Well, we need a bigger RV.
Okay.
A little bit more space to move around.
I'm totally down.
I would personally like a dishwasher on it. And I said it doesn't have to be a big one, just a little one.
You're talking a nice RV now.
Or it's going to have to be a bigger sink with a drying rack, because I'm having to wash everything in one little sink now. Alan does all the cooking.
We're camping.
I know. But I'm saying if this is going to be my life, I want a bigger RV.
Oh, sure. If you were going to
bigger bathroom.
Absolutely. If you're going to live in it.
Yeah, and a bigger bathroom.
Maybe 2 bathrooms.
Not necessarily 2.
Oh, okay.
Why would you need 2?
What if you have guests?
We're not having guests.
I thought Susan and Craig said they were on board with this.
No, we were talking with a couple of friends of ours about RVing together. It's like 2 couples. So we'd have to get, but I didn't think you could get 2 bathrooms.
Yeah, sure you can.
Maybe we'll just get 2 RVs and just follow each other.
Tailgate to the parks?
Maybe a little mini caravan.
Hey, Kellie, guys, Kellie, regardless of what you've heard, she has been even bringing it up unprompted. So, yeah, I kind of like that one we saw, the one that was I kind of like the darker colors.
Well, yeah.
And, I like that one with the slide outs is pretty cool.
Well, yeah, when you're walking around, you're comparing all the ones to the one we got, this little dinky thing.
Hey, babe.
With a 1-800 on the side, you're kind of a little bit like, it just screams. We don't know what we're doing. Here's what it screams.
Here's another thing she says. Yeah, babe, maybe that'd be kind of cute if we towed like a beetle bug like they did over there.
Yeah, because you start, how we do. We just start talking. Oh, y'all, this is so bad. So we're sitting at a place having a hamburger tonight. This RV comes by. It was like cream colored. It was so ugly. And Alan's like, oh, honey, look at that cute little gopher. Look what he's doing. And before I turn my head, I hear splat crunch. You saw that gopher get.
I was horrified. I was mortified. Well, this table next to us, there was a bunch of girls.
They were looking at it too.
And they go, oh, look.
How cute little gopher. It was running up the street.
So naturally, they're pointing, and I look in the street, and yeah, he was running like up the street, not across the street. And it was a gopher.
Like playing a game of chicken with cars.
Yeah. So the first car goes over him and he kind of reaches up like he's trying to jump onto the car. And I'm like, buddy, you have got to. And I'm like, babe, look. And the next truck.
Splat. It was so gross. I don't know why I shared that story because I just remember that cream colored RV go by. I'm like,
fortunately
ew.
for the gopher,
it was quick. It was
quick and painless. Yeah.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why we got off on that.
Way to make it dark. Way to bring it down.
But like I said, I do want a bigger bathroom because I'm on this RV trip and I'm finally going to break down and I'm going to probably shower tomorrow. Tomorrow. But what I'm not,
I highly encourage that.
What I'm not going to do is shave my legs because, well, I shaved before I left and I shaved with my Billy razor and I got a close enough shave that I was like, you know what? That's going to last me. That's what I like about Billy razors because used to be back in the day when you got a razor for a woman, you're like, that's kind of a so-so shave and you'd shave with a man's razor, right? Because you thought that's how I'm going to get the closest shave possible. Not true with your Billy razor, the best razor out there for those days when you want a little extra smooth shave, like you're getting ready to go on the RV and you don't want to shave again for a few days. Plus, there's no pink tax, no visit to the drugstore, no breaking the bank. You can go to mybilly.com and that's with an IE on Billy, mybilly.com to get their starter kit. It's just $9, so it's really affordable and includes their award-winning razor, 2 refill blades, and the cult favorite magnetic holder. Like I said, it gives you the smoothest shave ever. I think it really lasts. It seems to last a little longer than an average shave to me, and I love that I don't have to shave for days because I don't plan on shaving for several days when I'm in an RV, right, honey? Because baby wipes and a pre-shave with my Billy razor is all I need.
And to express a little love for our show, go to mybilly.com/lovin. It's a small way you can support us while getting the best razor you will ever own. It's just $9 to get your starter kit plus free shipping always. So go to mybilly.com/lovin. That's spelled mybillie.com/lovin.
But all right, so I left. Okay, I kind of diverted us through Lukenbach, Texas. We went back. We went to the San Marcos outlets. Boom, that didn't work.
We were hardly there. What, an hour?
No, not even. And then because we really wanted to get to Corpus Christi and get settled in, because I'd never been to Corpus Christi before. Alan had been when he was a child, but hadn't been since. And so we got to the RV park right before it turned dark, and got hooked up for the night, and everything went really smoothly.
Yeah, we're right here by the beach. It's called Padre Valley RV Park.
Padre Valley.
Yeah, Padre Valley RV Park.
It's on the beach. So like
we're on Padre Island.
We're on Padre Island. And so it's just like Corpus Christi kind of all encompasses this area. And so we just walk across the RV park and we go right on the beach. But guess what? You can drive on the beach here. So many people have their cars out there. They would back up like to the ocean and they'd pop the trunk and it's kind of a little chilly here, but it's spring break week. And you know how kids are. They're like, we don't care. We're going in the water. And kids are just out there in the water. There's surfers there by the pier. It was really cool out there taking a walk this morning. So
yeah, it was fun. We carried our coffees out there and fed the seagulls a little bit.
Yeah, you're not scared of those seagulls.
I'm not.
It's a beautiful. And then today, after
just big animals,
we went on the beach. We went to the USS Lexington and took a tour. It's an aircraft carrier. It's a retired Navy aircraft carrier, right?
That was incredible.
It was incredible.
I had never been near one of those types of ships. I'd been to San Diego before, in Philadelphia, where they have the ships, but I'd always seen them from like far, far away. But walking up to that thing, I could not believe the size of that.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Carrier and the history. I mean, that was in the Battle of Midway, and it had sunk a lot of different, Japanese ships.
We found out that parts of the movie Pearl Harbor were filmed on that ship. When we were leaving, we saw a couple of the props. They were on display because it was an active ship, and the plane like they flew in Top Gun was on display. There was a lot. It was really cool. So it's a really great. You could spend hours and hours there.
We could have spent like half the day.
A lot longer, but we had to get back.
We had to get going. Yeah,
I had to do the podcast for you people. I love you so much. I didn't want to miss it, right, Alan?
Yeah.
And so we did that. But tomorrow we're going to go to the aquarium. We're really excited about that. We understand that the Corpus Christi Aquarium is really incredible. And I haven't been to an aquarium in a long time.
I haven't been to an aquarium since the Dallas Aquarium.
Mm-hmm. And your kids were really, really young then, too.
Yeah. So
like Dylan was on your hip, baby.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's been a while. So we're going to do that and enjoy a few days in Corpus Christi. But I will tell you this. RVing is a lot better than I thought it would be. I didn't really know what to expect. But, you know, there's a lot of downtime, but it's not bad. It's good. It's like you're disconnected from, you're as connected as you want to be because there's Wi-Fi everywhere, right? So Alan and I were even talking about maybe, you know, logging onto our Netflix account tonight and watching a movie. We're able to keep track on our phones and stuff. But I love the fact that we don't have to be anywhere. And if we want to go somewhere else, we just pack up and go. So that's been really cool.
Yeah.
And no matter what we need, it's like I have to remind myself sometimes. I'm like, oh, I forgot it. I'm like, no, I don't. It's right there. We're in our house on wheels.
Right.
So it's like everything's always right here where we need it. So it's been really cool. And I love that Alan has taken over all the cooking duties. Every morning he gets up and he makes a hearty breakfast. He makes eggs and sausage and bacon. This morning he made breakfast sandwiches and he makes French press coffee, and you enjoy it, don't you?
I like cooking on that little stove over there. Now, seeing the size of that stove, and this is the same RV we rented last year. Can you believe my mother cooked for 5 people on that thing?
Well, she's a genius.
Isn't that amazing?
I'm just glad.
Because I'm over there struggling to make a breakfast sandwich.
I'm glad you're here to do that. And then you got this little Weber. It's a Weber grill.
Yeah.
And
a little Smoky Joe.
Smoky Joe, and he grilled out steaks for us last night. That's what we did as soon as we parked in Corpus Christi.
Oh, he
got out a little Weber grill and grilled for us, and it was just lovely. We drank some wine.
Got the chairs out.
Mm-hmm.
And
sat by the grill for a while.
They turned out really good, didn't they?
Did. You did a great job. And my job is to clean up. I'm happy to clean up.
I was telling Kelly, like last year, everybody settled into kind of what their job was. Like my dad was navigator. My mom was chef. Boys, they just wrestled the whole time. I was, in charge of driving and all the maintenance, like emptying the stinky slinky and all that stuff. But, everybody kind of settles into what their job is. And then you start working together and, to me, it's kind of fun.
It is fun. I would recommend it. I mean, at least rent one, and try it. You have to kind of have a plan in place. You just can't set out if you don't. You have to have like an RV park. I mean, you can pull up and stay in a Walmart parking lot, but you wouldn't be able to.
That's not recommended.
It's not recommended. Because, in an RV park, there's some safety there. You're with other fellow travelers. You have a place to hook up and get water and to dump out your poopy thing. And electricity and Wi-Fi and all those wonderful things.
Right.
And they have nice bathrooms and stuff you can use. So I recommend having a plan. Just don't rent it and say, let's go. But, there's lots of videos you can watch. And they give you a checklist of things you should take. I mean, what do you think is the most important things to take on an RV trip, honey?
Water.
A lot of bottled water.
A lot of bottled water, because you don't drink the water that's even the clean water that comes from the faucets in the RV. You don't want to drink it.
We even use bottled water to brush our teeth.
Yeah, use bottled water to brush your teeth. You
can shower in it and wash your dishes.
You wash your dishes and wash your hands. That's fine, and take a shower, but don't drink it. Paper towels. You can never have enough paper towels.
That's the truth.
Gloves. You need a good pair of gloves because you're going to be doing some yucky stuff outside. You've got to have a good pair of gloves.
Yeah, I tried bringing those little disposable gloves, but Alan's hands are bigger than those little disposable gloves needed. So we went and I just bought you some cheap, household gloves.
Yeah, and those are fine.
Yeah.
And kind of the normal camping stuff. A good knife, pots and pans if you plan on cooking, but
it saves you a lot of money if you do it that way. We brought so much snack. I don't know what we thought we were going to be snacking nonstop. We've barely touched any of the food that we've brought as far as chips and Vienna sausages and protein bars.
I'm going to eat my Vienna sausages, but here's the thing. Anything we don't eat just goes right back into Evans Manor.
That's right.
Yeah.
So nothing's going to be thrown away because we're, having to get back on a plane to fly home. We're driving it home. So it's been a really nice way of vacationing, and you get to see things.
I'm glad.
Like Alan said, if you fly somewhere for vacation,
you rent
a car, and you just kind of stay around the little area. But because we're going on these little back roads and things, it's been really neat to see a part of Texas I've never seen.
Yeah, like you thought the wind farm was really cool. I've
seen wind farms before.
I know, but there's just things you see as you're driving you would just not really see typically if you were going from airport to airport.
I think wind farms have a very bad reputation right now. I'm not saying that they're great things, but they're very big.
Hello, Kellie.
They're very big.
Hello, Kellie. Not a fan.
Not a fan of wind farms as a rule. They are very big and majestic.
They kill lots of birds.
And they kill lots of birds, but they are big and majestic.
The one thing I kind of like doing at the park is just looking around at other people's rigs, because we've seen these huge, like 40-foot plus coaches. Like they're like rock star tour buses, and they've got like a big satellite dish on the top. They have these big slide outs. And if you look inside, you can see that they're all in there in their living room and they're watching like a 60-inch TV, I mean, it's like literally a rolling home. And then I've also seen these guys, sometimes they're alone and sometimes it's a couple, but they'll pull this tiny little trailer, guys. It's inside. It can't be as big as a 10 by 10 room.
Just probably like enough for a bed.
Enough for a bed. And they're pulling it with like a car, and they've got Wisconsin plates or Oregon plates. And it's just interesting. If you start talking to these people, like I remember we talked to one guy last year in Alpine, and he was by himself in a little tiny RV like this, and he traveled everywhere. He said he had a dog. He said he never stayed anywhere more than a couple of days, and he used to work for NASA, and he was retired, and that's what he does. I don't know if he has a family or not. We didn't really ask him about that, but we'd see him hiking every day. In the morning, he'd be drinking his coffee, just reading a book, sitting there with his dog, and that was his life. That's what he did.
We see a lot of older couples doing this, and I'm not sure if this is just something they do for fun or if this is how they live. We see a lot of families because it is spring break week, and some of these guys, they put so much. I mean, they'll string fairy lights out, and one guy rolled out a carpet. Really, they made it like home for the week.
Why do you gotta call his lights fairy lights?
They're called fairy lights.
Oh.
Anyway, but some people actually like we think like, oh, this is where they live 24/7. This is their home 365, and they set up camp and like that's just it. So it's really been interesting and a fun part of society, I guess you call it, that I've never really experienced before, but it's cool.
There you go, babe.
Very cool.
There you go. The Kellie Rasberry Evans endorsement right
now,
there.
do I want to sell all of our earthly belongings and live in an RV after we retire? I'm not saying that. I don't
think anybody's expecting you to say that at this point. This is this point. You're in the middle of your first trip. The middle of your first trip. You've only been 2 or 3 places.
I kind of like having a house.
Having a house is nice.
Having a house is nice.
Having
a big fun RV to go play in every once in a while is also very nice.
Very nice. We're very lucky we can do things like this.
We are.
All right, babe.
But that's been our adventure so far. We've got Tuesday, Wednesday. So we've got 3 more nights, including tonight. 3 more sleeps, and then we head home.
3 more nights?
Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, right?
What's tonight? Monday night?
Monday. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll be gone Thursday.
Right? I have no idea what day it is. Yeah. I don't know what direction I'm going. I don't know what day it is.
That's true. Alan has 0 sense of direction. And I love you, but you know this.
No, I don't know.
He's like, literally, he'll be walking around looking up like, do. I'm like, honey, don't you have any clue? We just came this way an hour ago. Nope. No idea.
I don't know what my problem is. Like
no sense of direction.
Kellie was saying, do you think the battleship is to the north of us or the south of us? And I said, well, I think it's to the north of us. And she goes, and I pointed to the south, and she goes, well, that's the Gulf of Mexico. So the north would be that way. And I'm like, why did I think of that?
I don't know, baby. You just don't have any sense of direction.
I don't. I have none. 0.
I'm not worried about it.
How can the captain of the RV not have any sense of direction?
Thank God for modern technology.
I just followed that little blue line on the Apple Maps.
So anyway, and some people asked, I did a stereo earlier tonight with Robert from the Love Letters to Kellie podcast, and somebody asked, how many fights have we had so far?
Why do they ask that?
Because people assume when you go on a trip like this that husband and wives will probably bicker a little.
I mean, not any more than usual. In fact, probably less than usual.
Yeah, we haven't really had any.
No.
Other than Alan kind of gets frustrated with my need for
oh my
air.
Gosh. guys.
That's the thing that gets him the most.
Why don't we just get a tent or a camper where you can just take the freaking top off?
We were driving up here and my feet were on fire. It's like there was heat coming out of the vents in the floorboard. And Alan's over there. I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything. And I wanted to take off my shoe and hold it on because the shoe was hot. I was like, this is not my imagination. There's hot air coming out of the floorboards. So he's just like, oh, I'm so unreasonable that I want my feet not to be baking.
I'm being misrepresented.
No, I'm not.
I'm being misrepresented.
He's like, you in the air. You need constant airflow.
I don't think I even said that. And I certainly didn't say, what is it you just said?
What?
I'm being misrepresented.
What did I say that was wrong? You can't even say it because there was nothing I said was wrong.
No, you said you neneeded airflow.
I need airflow.
And I think I maybe over enthusiastically flipped the switch. Oh, yeah.
He went and turned it. I'm like,
I didn't go,
Yeah, you did.
I didn't go,
Well, that's my sound effect for how hard you turned it. Well, how else can I emphasize to people listening how hard you turned it unless I go,
emphasize. The listener thinks that I actually turned the knob and went, I didn't go, I just turned it.
As hard as he could, as fast as he could, like, That's what happened.
That's not what I did.
And then, like, when I lie down and there's no airflow, I'm like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I have to have air. It's like sleeping with a ceiling fan. If people listening, if you need to sleep with a ceiling fan, then you know it's not about that you're necessarily hot. You just need air to circulate or you feel like you can't breathe. And that's the way I feel. So it's like, we got to open some windows. We got to open some windows. I can't breathe.
I mean, the first night in this RV, guys, in Fredericksburg, it had to have been in the 50s.
It was so nice.
Because I woke up the next morning and you can hear it in my voice, right? I had a raspy voice because of the cold air.
But we had a sheet, a blanket, and a quilt. And so you're all warm up under there, but there's airflow.
But you were all warm because you were all tangled up in the sheets and I'm over here in my jeans.
You are lying.
Not lying.
We were
not lying.
We were comfortable. I'm in my little ball.
You were in a ball.
So anyway, so far so good. Just a couple of little like silly, insignificant things like that. We haven't had like a real fight.
Nobody's
like, take me home right now.
Yeah,
None of that.
There's not been any take me home. There's not been any will you get out and push. There's not been any well, do you want to drive? There's not been any.
Yeah, none of that.
There's not been any.
It's an RV miracle.
Hurry up and get out of the shitter. I need to use it. There hadn't been any of that.
No, there's not going to be any of that. Because there's a no number 2 rule on the RV.
Yeah, even the kid doesn't do that in there.
Yeah, but maybe by the next time we podcast, because let's see. Yeah, we'll do one more. Or last night, sleeping in the RV will be our next podcast that we record. And by then I will have showered, so I'll let y'all know all about it. I know y'all can't wait.
But let's see. Tuesday, tomorrow, we're going to do
this is the night.
We're going to do a stereo, right?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Oh, we are? Oh, okay.
So anyway, love to have y'all join us every time you can listen to us. We love that.
Yeah. All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, that's it for now.
Okay. Well, this was good. First sandwich and some loving. Loving? Huh? How long have I only been doing this? 4 years.
You're getting all proper.
Well, I've only been doing this 4 years. Sandwich and some loving, the first edition from the RV, first edition from Corpus. Our next episode will be from a venue in Corpus Christi. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come on, Evans.
Yeah, that's right. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, it's we're going to go to a very nice restaurant called Docks. DOC, not DOCK, Docks. And it's on the water. And so they very graciously are allowing us. Really beautiful. I believe the website is visitcorpuschristi.com. And that can give you a whole list of things to do. That's how we found out about the USS Lexington. And that's how we found out about the aquarium and all sorts of fun stuff we're going to do.
And the Padre Burger Bar we went to today?
Yeah, that was one of their recommendations was the Padre Burger Bar. Is that what it's called?
I think so. I had the hangover burger.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So good.
No,
I had the first date. It was with mushrooms and garlic aioli, which I'm like, on a first date, you're not supposed to eat anything with garlic in it, but it was still really, really good.
Now I'm having a hamburger hangover. I can hardly stay awake.
That's good. That's good eating.
All right, man.
So anyway, we'll talk to y'all again next time, but thank y'all for hanging out with us this time.
Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love Corpus Christi desperately.
Yes, first time, not the last time.
I love RV life desperately.
I know you do, honey.
but I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon.
Mm-hmm.
And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.
I didn't mean to stop you, but this is going to air tomorrow, and we already promoted that we're going to be, I think, from that instead of, because we're doing the mid roll and the post roll.
Okay, nobody listens to me anyway.
Well, I'm just like, that's why I was just like, because we got to still do the mid roll and post roll thing. You ready?
I guess.
And the second one is just like, if you missed the last one, you missed a lot. Alan and I love doing a sandwich and some lovin' for you every week, no matter where we are, on the road, at home. We always love taking you along for the ride with us. And now we found out a way we could even share more with our podcast family, and that is on stereo.
It's called stereo.
Yes.
You might think of it as a sandwich and some lovin', maybe deep cuts.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Yes.
A peek behind the kimono.
Right. But in real time, it's like a live conversation we're having with you, because when you download the stereo app absolutely free, and you follow me at Kellie Rasberry, and you follow Alan at
a sandwich and some at the Alonzo 1971. At the Alonzo 1971.
That's right, honey. You do that. You'll be notified when we're getting ready to go live, and that would be Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central. And you can be part of the show with us. You can ask us anything. You can give us suggestions for future podcasts. You can just check in with us, give us a little shout out to whoever might be also listening on stereo. It's really a fun little bonus hour, social hour. So join us, please, Tuesday night, 7 Central. Download that stereo app for free right now. Follow me at Kellie Rasberry.
And me at the Alonzo 1971.
And we'll see you Tuesday nights on stereo. Okay, this is the post roll.
That was 1:20.
That's okay. She can edit it some. All right. She said as long as it's at least a minute, she's thrilled. All right. As always, Alan and I love it when you join us for a Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast, but we're really loving it, the new family we're finding on our stereo, which is every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central.
Stereo's so fun. My favorite part is they can ask questions while we are on stereo.
Yeah, ask us anything. And like, for instance, if you missed last week's, here's what you missed. So be a part of the next conversation on stereo, a free app. Download it now. And then follow me at Kellie Rasberry.
And me at the Alonzo 1971.
And we'll see you Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. Central on stereo.
Boom.
That's it. All right. Oh. Please be on stereo with us so we're just not talking to each other. I did love letters to Kellie with Robert tonight. I think I had 3 questions, and it makes it go. I mean, it's fine. We just do love letters to Kellie, but I like talking to people. It makes it so much more fun.
Look, guys, I got my dongle fixed. Got a new dongle.
Angie Reno is starting her Living on a Prayer podcast. She said Sin is helping her get that set up.
Really?
And they haven't started it yet. Kara was driving and couldn't ask a question. Will you do it? Join us tomorrow.
Oh, thank goodness.
What?
It's like this is going to work.
You didn't think it would?
These are 2 today. 70 and 71.
Alan's having to send something. Can I use your laptop to type show descriptions?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm doing a little administrative work here. Hold, please.
I don't know if we're going to be able to sleep with the windows open tonight. There's so much fog here, y'all. I mean, there's like water dripping off the screen because it's so humid. My hair is just damp from sitting here next to the open window.
Guys, how was the connection? Could you guys hear and see okay, or was it kind of choppy? Thank you, Liz.
It looked fine.
I got my dongle fixed. It was choppy.
It was. It looks fine here. But we don't know.
In and out.
Oh,
Meh.
no.
Eh.
No, I hope that the podcast sounded okay.
Well, that's over there. That doesn't matter.
Oh.
That's being recorded on that.
So it doesn't matter. It won't.
The Wi-Fi has nothing to do with that.
Okay, good.
Hello, ACNC12, Adrienne.
Circle of Death a couple of times.
Meh. Pixelated.
When y'all connected, it was great. Good connection for Gary. Circle of Death a few times, yeah. Honey, since you're sitting right there, could you either get me a Diet Pepsi or a bottle of water? I'll take either one. I have some water left over there or a Diet Pepsi.
Let me just go over to the fridge right here.
I'm so thirsty.
I'm here in the fridge.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Thanks, Sin. Have questions ready because it's just like we just sit there and it's like.
Sin, you're not going to be doing bits, are you?
You can do bits.
Sin. You're going to be doing bits.
The only thing is there's a moderator, so if you do anything vulgar, she won't let you through.
If you do anything that portrays A-Train in a negative light, she's not going to let you through.
It's so good.
If you do any bits that
Why are you drinking my Diet Pepsi?
Because it's in the RV. And if it's in the RV, it's mine.
Anyway. Oh, Katie. Am I blogging or journaling? No. I have been posting on Instagram, though, every day. My day's adventures. But I know. Blogging. I used to blog all the time, and I just stopped, and it was so hard to start over. I know you're not vulgar.
Lewd.
I'm just saying, if y'all, I love you all of you, any of you, please be part of Stereo. That'd be really nice because it helps the show flow a lot better. But there is a moderator there, and she does not know y'all like we know you. So if you try to do something that she thinks may be borderline lewd, she might not put it through. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Sin. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bed is not comfortable itself, but we added the egg crate, the mattress topper, like what would you call it? That foam topper, right?
Yeah, it's just a foam top.
And it was not an expensive one. It was a cheapo.
In the day, they used to be called egg crates.
Yeah, but it's the only way we could sleep on it.
Oh, I don't know if Sarah's still in here, but we've got Hello Hand right on our dash on the RV. So it's like set on the RV like this, where it says Hello Hand. So we think that people think it's the Hello Hand, like we're saying hello, like the Hello Hand.
Like we're being friendly.
Like we're being friendly. Hello Hand, not hello Hand. It's the Hello Hand.
Am I able to watch The Bachelor? Yeah, if Alan pulls up YouTube TV for me, I can.
Yeah. We have the tools, we have the technology.
I'll tell you.
Do we have the know-how?
I did not actively seek out who he chose.
Who did numbnuts choose?
Well, I'm not going to say it in case people are watching it, but I already know who he chose only because it's all over the internet. So.
Yeah, I see you, Sarah. Oh, it's so great. We got the Hello Hand up there on the dash right now. There it is. Hello Hand.
Well.
And it could be the Mama Yodi salute, too.
It's just a big mess. And the batch is just a big mess right now. And it's not even fun watch. I went to the Southern Belle party and Chris Harrison got in a fight with Rachel Lindsay. Not a fight, but cut her off and was talking about it. And it just got... It's, and everybody's mad.
Is everyone angry?
Everybody's mad.
Hello, Hand. If anyone's ever angry,
Gary is single and ready to mingle, honey.
My man.
We need to do Turks and Caicos in December. Here's the thing. I told Alan, pick where we're going and I'll handle everything else. And he hasn't picked yet.
I want our listeners just to pick for me. I'm over it. Just y'all pick for me.
Well, here's the thing. I
just pick anywhere but Hawaii or Mexico.
I like all inclusive.
And somewhere that's not far.
I like all inclusives, and that's the problem. There's not a lot of all inclusives except in Mexico. I just like the idea of just putting down the credit card once and it hurts once instead of putting it down every time and hurting over and over and over
Kara,
again.
somewhere warm though.
But I guess what you do is just put everything on the bill and just pay the credit card at the end, right? So I don't know. I know that Heather McMahon is in Turks and Caicos right now. She goes to Weimar. But I also, nothing against nothing. Why is that a dime?
Didn't you say the celebrities go there or something?
Heather McMahon's there at Weimar.
Dime.
Why is it a dime?
It's a dime for her.
Oh. Anyway, I love kids. And when I go on vacation with our kids, I want to go someplace that welcomes kids. When Alan and I go on vacation together, we don't want to go where they're kids. We want to go all adult.
Because we
and
like
there's
it.
Nothing against children.
Because we like it lewd.
We don't like it lewd. But I just don't want to be around kids when I'm on vacation.
Because comfortable when there's toplessness. And bottomless.
He's just running his mouth.
Wow. Clap back.
Jamaica. I've never been to Jamaica.
Jamaica mistake?
But is the water warm at Christmas? That's the other part of this equation. We have 1 week, Linda. Like, we'll probably get off the air.
Jamaica's cool.
Is it warm though at Christmas?
In Jamaica, I don't know.
I don't know either. Because when I got married the first time, we went to the Bahamas over Christmas. We had a delayed honeymoon and we went to the Bahamas, like the Sandals Resort. The water was freezing. The pools are not heated. So we couldn't get in the water the entire week. And it was like, we read on the websites, they said the best time to go to the Bahamas is December through April. That was December. I mean, we were there like for New Year's Eve. We went like the day after Christmas to New Year's Eve and it was freezing. And so I was like, well, I don't want to do that again. Well, somebody told me if you go to the other side of the island, it's warm. So I don't know. Should we do that? We've been to the Dominican Republic. We've done that. Want to go back to the Dominican Republic? You kind of want to go.
All that was there was like the Hard Rock.
Yeah, well, there are other ones there, but you said you also kind of wanted to go somewhere you never went before, right?
Yeah. Well, there's somewhere I've never been before.
So he's like limiting me.
You said pick. I just picked.
Yeah, you're picking where we're not going. You said pick some. You said you go somewhere. Have you ever been to Jamaica?
I've never been to Jamaica.
Yeah, Bethany, we don't leave a resort. Wherever we go, we are not leaving the resort. We are not those people.
Our big fat asses rarely leave the freaking bench we're on.
We don't need to go do we're not excursions people. Good luck, Gary.
My man. My brother.
Belize.
What about Belize?
Aruba. Angie Reno says, Living a Prayer Podcast, Belize. Belize. I've never been to Belize. I've never been to Aruba. Yes, this is first world problems.
Didi,
right.
She has not.
Turks and Caicos has all inclusives.
Alan 3, Kellie 0.
That's not what. Oh, no shower. No. I have not. I've been using wipes. I've been wiping down head to toe.
Which is wheels off because we have piping hot water.
He gets in there and he screams, it's so hot.
We have 6 gallons of hot water that can be reheated very quickly. Plenty.
I'll take one in the morning.
Plenty of hot water.
I'll take a shower in the morning.
Aruba's nice, but it's really expensive.
Well, they're all going to be really expensive at Christmas, right? This is Alan's. I'm just going to.
Whoa. You're going to be like Jurassic Park, spare no expense.
Water's all in Aruba, but expensive. St. Lucia has sandals.
Drew likes Jamaica. She said she did.
She went no. Jamaica is bomb for reals.
I have never been to Jamaica.
All right, I'll look into Jamaica. I'll look into Jamaica. I'll look into Turks and Caicos.
How far is St. Lucia?
Isn't that in the U.S. Virgin Islands area?
Is it?
I think. Not Jamaica, Katie? Where? Aruba. Katie was Aruba. St. Lucia and Jamaica. Acapulco. Never been to Acapulco. Jamaica has a Margaritaville. 6-hour flight-ish to where? Read. All right, I've got to type the show description. I chilled in Kingston, but you got to be careful. Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere where I'm scared. Like I'm scared for my safety. Okay, Katie. All right, I'm going to say goodnight on behalf of Alan and myself. I got to type the show description. I have to use this laptop because I didn't pack mine. Right, babe?
Yep.
Anything you want to say to everybody? I just charged your phone for you because it was dying.
I mean, it's fine.
It was on red.
I don't get as nervous about it as you do.
It's red.
My phone gets on red and Kelly panics. I don't panic.
I'm trying to help you out.
Kelly panics. All right, guys. We'll see you. I don't know if we're going to be able to video from the restaurant, but we'll try. We'll give it a whirl. A whirl. A whirl. Yeah, thanks, Dee Dee. RV life is the life for me. It's the life for you, too. Thank you, Katie. I'm assuming you're like favorite people in the world. That's like me and Kelly, but mostly me. Bye, guys. We're just going to be here hanging out in the RV if you need us.
Well, do you want to chat with them somewhere else?
No, I'm just going to. No, I need to upload the files to stop talking, and I'm sure that's going to take about 5 hours because of the Wi-Fi.
Well, I can do the show notes on my phone. It'll just be slower.
You can do it here. Here.
Bye.
Bye.